What's up, everybody? Hey, man. Want to thank everybody that has actually subscribed to the channel. I think I'm 7 away now. I started it last week and did not think I'd get this far, so that's pretty cool. I only got 7 to go, and I got a couple in the back pocket that when I get real close, I'll nail it. But haven't done a video in quite some time. I'm going to probably be rebranding, kind of doing something different. I don't want to be doing opinion videos and talking about this. I think the more I've gotten into the fishing industry, it's changed so much that it's nothing really to talk about. It's pretty much garbage. Not going to make any money. So one of the whole goals of getting to 50 is I want to do some live streaming. Not just during tournaments and any tournaments that will allow the live streaming, because there may be some rules in some tournaments that do and do not allow that, or I may have to turn off comments. This way nobody can feed me information. Not like I'm a pro or I'm winning tournaments anyways, but that's not what I'm going to do. Short video, quick update. One of the reasons why I haven't done a lot of videos is early in the spring, haven't caught a lot of fish. I mean, it was so wet. You can kind of see I'm at the marine in the dock, and you know, you can see the boats, the Ed boats, and my finger is, let's see, where's, oh yeah, the blue one right there. So the water has come up from the river all the way to right where my finger is a few times this year. So when the Potomac gets deep and you go out, you got to almost lay it a week or at least a week, sometimes 2. I'm not going out there before 2 weeks after a few good days of rain, because it's not that you have debris floating. You literally have trees that are like 100 years old floating. You've got also new logs that get stuck and sticking out that are new markers. But I've had 3 or 4 tournaments canceled this year so far. Had one last weekend. Was hoping to get out there and do the battle series. So the 2 I've concentrated on this year is the battle series and the ABA teams. Did the first ABA teams, I think the second ABA teams, I don't remember what it was, but I think by that time I'd done so many cold weather tournaments, so much wet tournaments in the spring. I was like, So this is the 3rd out of the 4th this Saturday, and I got some cool news about that one. Last week, the battle series, the cool news about that one was the term team may be taking on a new meaning for me. So last week, a buddy of mine, Tony, we've been talking for a while. He's kind of on the same page with me about fishing. He loves fishing. He loves the sport. He doesn't like a lot of the same things that I do that are going on in the sport. And we both kind of are like, hey, dude, let's just go out and fish old school. And if we can win some money with no electronics and a crappy trolling motor, then that's the way to do it. And I got some other ideas. So this week, I'm going to be doing tomorrow the ABA teams tournament. Here's the cool thing. We'll see if he shows. But last week, I was in Cabela's. I go to Cabela's kind of like people go to church. I go every weekend, and half the time I go in there and I'm like, I'm gonna spend some money, and I walk out and I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that. I got so much crap. I don't need anything, but I love going. But I ran into this, I'm gonna call him a kid, but he's a student at Penn State University on the fishing team. And he wants to get some experience in some tournaments. So I was telling him about the ABA. I was telling him about the teams. I gave him my card and I said, hey, if you want to do a tournament, just give me a call. Let's do it. So he actually emailed me, which I was surprised. Today's youth, I don't have much confidence in today's youth. But we've contacted a few times, and he says he's going to be at Leesylvania tomorrow at 5 a.m. So, which would be great. I wish I had somebody or access the way kids have access to not only information, but a way to go and get somebody to help them get into tournament fishing. I'm not a pro, but the best way to get into is just get into one. I mean, I got into one. My first tournament was 3 years ago, and I had a bitch of a time trying to find them. 3 years later, I have been able to find so many tournaments, so many trails. I can fish a tournament if I had the money all the time if I wanted to. And it's cool just to be able to give him some of the experience that I had and maybe cut that learning curve just a tad, because it's humbling. I still go out there. I mean, this week I went out there with my daughter. Now, I caught more fish than she did, but she caught the biggest one. But that's still on me. So we were in a spot, and I'm getting some bites. And I'm like, okay, Kayla, cast it right there. So I start casting it, and then I turn around, and I'm like, Kayla, when you're fishing and somebody tells you to effing cast there, you reel your ass in as quick as possible, and you cast there. And she's like, okay, Dad. So she casts. I'm like, no, reel that back in, cast it, and get it right in front of the tip of the boat that was parked on the dock. She's like, oh. She casts it. I'm like, perfect. I turn my head, and literally 30 seconds later, she's reeling. She goes, Dad, I think I got a fish. I'm like, there it is. And she's just letting it dang over the edge. I'm like, get it in the boat. So she got it in the boat, but, hey, like I said. Anyways, I digress. So tomorrow, ABA teams, Tyler, we'll see if he shows up. We're 7 away from live streaming. I actually was trying to get the setup to do next year, 2025, but if I can get up to 50 and go live, not only do I have about 5 or 6 more tournaments coming up, we've also got 2-day championships coming up in August and September. October would be really cool, because then we've got the Battle of the Border. Maryland versus Virginia, and I forget, I think there was like 60, 70 boats last year. This year I want to do it. This year I am going to do it. I said this year I'm going to commit to 2 series and do as much of those as I can. So this year I will be doing the Battle Series, Battle of the Border. That one that got canceled this past week. The next one I think is in August 8th or something, but that's now a double down. So that's what's been going on. I'm not going to do this one too long, but everybody that subscribed to the channel, dude, that's awesome. That blew me away. I really appreciate it. 7 to go. Again, if you subscribe, Devil Dog Fishing, you're not going to get any emails. You're not getting spam. It's just like adding a favorite channel to your TV. So I don't know how much I'm going to get on tomorrow on video. We're going to see what happens. But the nice thing is when I can go live, I have found some stuff to where I can just set up the GoPro, have it plugged in, and let it run and not worry about batteries or even amount of space on the disc. So, again, thank you to everybody, and we'll see you soon.